What's going on? How you guys doing? We're back in the studio today doing another uncensored stream where you can ask me any questions you might want to ask. It's nice to see you guys. It's a beautiful day in Vegas today. It's supposedly gonna start raining, but I don't know about that. And I had short-sightedness. I didn't get any water, so that's fun. But wow, why is the chat over here? Is that right? Oh, that's the chat for this thing. I don't want that up here. Nightbot. How many people are watching? There's 8 people watching the sphere. 8. But I got more people watching me, so that's pretty cool. So a winner is me. So we're going to put the sphere behind me here. So we got Roger D, Billy Buffalo, Wall Street Warlord, Catherine Fowler, Roger D, Zenny, Rich. What's up? Trump was here today. Yeah, he spoke at Circa, then he went and played craps. Or he didn't play craps, but he visited a craps table. That's kind of cool. Yeah. So here we go. Did you get to see President? No, dude, I'm going through stuff. I'm kind of pinned down at home. I did manage to do one thing for myself today. Somebody can find out what I did for myself today. I had a really interesting conversation with a really nice trans person today. It was crazy. Breaking. What's the news today? Breaking. The Trump administration has allegedly located between 75 and 80,000 of the over 300,000 missing migrant children, according to Harris Faulkner of Fox News. Wow, that's actually great. That's good news. Wow, very cool. Let's see here. What else do we got? We can read the news. We can do stuff. So Zenny got it. It's a haircut, dude. Yeah, we got a haircut. Thank you guys so much. This is getting weird. Weird. Don't know what's weird about it. Hello, Steven. Just watched Hangover 3. Is there anywhere in Vegas that you can drive out at night and see the city from a distance? Lots of places, man. You got like Sunrise Mountain. There's Southern Highlands. You can see the whole valley from there. But you won't be able to get into those neighborhoods typically unless you are wealthy enough to have a place up there. So what you want to do instead is you want to go to this place here. Where are we doing with our lives? Left screen, no blur. Is this the one? This is probably it. I don't really know. Let's see if I can turn my filter off. Last night I was having issues with this. No, that's not the one. Window capture, left screen. Oh, I see. Left screen. Let's move this up here and see what we're going to do. I might be ruining my stream already. So that's the left screen off. Why is it not? So this is no blur. I'm trying to look at my layers here. It's not working the way I want it to. It's not responding to the promotion. Safari. Nope, that's not it. Wow, that's a pain in the butt. Window capture. That's a window capture. Left screen. Good. So that's got a filter on it. Let's turn my filters off. I'll show you where to go if you want to go there. So we have this up here. Let's make a new tab happen in Safari. And I'll show you guys where you guys are going to want to go. Now, keeping in mind, I have to blank this out for just a minute because I can't show you where I live. And if I go to Google Maps, it will geolocate me and show you where I am. So let's go out here and I'll move out to where you can go for free that won't cost you anything. And you can see this amazing, massive view of the entire strip. It's a little off the beaten path, but c'est la vie, that is what happens. Windmill, it's going to be all the way down off of Blue Diamond Road. Blue Diamond Road and Windmill, Cougar Creek Park, the Crossing Church. No, it's not Windmill, not Robindale. It's off of Blue Diamond. Where is Blue Diamond? Oh my goodness. Windmill. I know, I used to live in this neighborhood. Silverado Ranch, Serene, Robindale, Windmill, Blue Diamond. I can just type in Rainbow Blue Diamond Vegas. That'll do it. That'll do it. There it is. There's Blue. Okay, there it is. Blue Diamond Road, best mattress. Go up a little bit further, South Fort Apache. It's called Exploration Peak Park. Let's bring that back for you guys. So you can see it right here on my screen. Right there, it says Exploration. How do I? Oh, there it is. Exploration Peak Park. So if you go to Exploration Peak Park, you can actually park for free. And it's this big incline that goes up. And it's actually off of Blue Diamond Road, which is the south end of the strip. So it's before you get to the Silverton, you would go west on Blue Diamond Road. Now let's look at the views from Exploration Peak Park. Exploration Peak Park. You'll see these views, and these views are fantastic. I took some photos up here, and you can see the entire valley from up here. So, it's not going to show you the strip. The strip is really tiny, by the way, from here. So if you have like a camera, so yeah, here's a picture right here, and it's let's see if I can copy image, uh, open image in new window. There it is. Oh, it's tiny as hell, but that's the general idea. That's what you're going to get from exploration. Peak Park, Vegas Hot Mama. Yeah, she'd been streaming 15-hour crazy thons, right? Vegas Hot Mama's been streaming the craziest marathons in the history of marathons out there, which is wild. I have streamed, yeah, I used to live out there. I used to live in that area. But yeah, thanks so much for your support. Your domain contact information. Appreciate you. Let's support Steven. John says, you guys know, thank you guys so much. Do you know the way to support us, considering rent and the end of the month? And I got several big things coming up. You can use Cash App, you can use PayPal and all that kind of stuff. And you can, I think, find those in my video thing here. Let me see if I have it. Yeah. So if you actually just click on show more, you can see all of these ways to support us. That'll get to us right away, and YouTube won't take their cut. But let's talk about stuff. This is an open chat. You can chat about anything you want. I like to do these. I like to pretend like I'm some broadcaster and that I can carry the conversation and that we can have a really amazing discussion with one another. Thank you so much, John. Thank you so much, Vegas Hot Mama. Appreciate you guys. We're staying at home right now. It's the worst possible time, but we got one of our family members that's sick, and we got to be on call for that, and we're trying to nurse them back into health and everything like that. And that's what's really going on. And I can't say much more, but it's like that person has been with us that in our whole lives, and now they might be on their last legs. And it's really tough, and it's been a lot of anxiety and a lot of on call, and we've been trying our best to get around it. But I don't want to go and live stream, and then I'm on the strip for 2 hours, and if something happens, I can't be near it, the situation. So that's what I'm going through. And I can't tell you, like, when you guys when we ended up doing a live stream, we get 50 or $100. Like, that helps because I got big stuff coming up to the amount of $800. So I'm trying to close some deals this week at work, and that's good. And I'm trying to rebuild the day trading. I'm going to be very positive on this stream and stuff like that. Do you think about the President Trump not wanting to tax tips? I think we get taxed way too much in this country. I really do. I think that Trump's tax policy the last time was immediately good. Now, you may disagree with me, but it was. It's verifiably proven by the IRS has even said it that the last time Trump did his tax cuts. Because why? Because it automatically upped your standardized deductions. So anybody who says Trump's tax cuts were only for the billionaires, well, that's stupid because even a person who makes $35,000 a year got an automatic increase in their standardized deductions. So you may not know what that is. I mean, it says that everybody who files taxes has a list of things based on preconditions of their situation. If you have children, you have an automatic child deduction on your taxes. If you are married, you get to have another deduction on your taxes. If you are an individual, your standardized deduction went up, which means that every single person benefited from the tax cuts. Now, no tax on tips would be great. Now, here's the question I have. What about dancers? Like, dancers only get paid in tips. Does that mean that the dancer is going to make $2,000 a night and not pay any taxes on those tips? It's not anything that's within my scope of reason to deal with, but it is what it is. I want to see people other than Wall Street Warlord texting. I love how much he texts, but last night there was one person that said they're not in the chat because there was too many Wall Street Warlord texts, and I fear making Wall Street Warlord upset with me by saying this because I really appreciate his text messages, but some people get a little bit flustered because there are so many of them. Just so you are aware, Wall Street Warlord. Do I exposure to crypto? Do I exposure to crypto? That is cryptic, MG. Thank you so much, Frank. Frank did $10 to our PayPal. Wow. Thank you, Frank. That is awesome, bro. Totally rad. Wow. This guy I follow, he's like, he tries to tell people that he's like a big baller trader. And he's got, he's doing worse than me this month. And he's got this massive Twitter following or X following. And look, it's a green screen, so the green blocks don't show up. And the only two green days he has are blanked out. He's lost every day this week, this month. Oh, what are you doing, bro? What are you doing with your life? Thanks, Frank. Let me see here. Do I like crypto? Do I like XRP? No, I don't like XRP very much. I think any crypto that you get into that is controlled centrally by somebody is not good. But if you like your XRP, you keep your XRP. Good for you. I hope it goes to $12 a token. That's good. It has bad tokenomics in my opinion because, and I don't know if I use that term correctly, but here's the deal. There's 57 billion that have been released into the wild, and there's 43 billion that have yet to be released. So if you want the market cap to stay the same, what it means is that you have to have a 43% price increase and it has to track with when they release them, and it's whatever, nobody cares. Sharing my half sister Amanda Abraham, I reported is missing in Vegas. She was at Courtyard Homeless Shelter. Long story short, she was found, called and said she was found. She was not. Oh my goodness, Amanda Abraham. I didn't know it was any. I think you sent me a text on that, bro, but I've been under so much duress. I haven't checked my text for most people. I'm so sorry. One Eye Blind Arts. What's up, One Eye Blind? Is that like Three Eye Blind or Third Eye Blind? Can't even think of one of their songs. Should you pay tax on hand pay, and if so, why? Should you pay tax on hand pays, and if so, why? Um, well, maybe the casinos should start paying more taxes. Maybe the casinos should start paying more taxes on their collections that they get from you. I mean, honestly, casinos probably pay as little taxes as corporately possible. So I would say no. I mean, to a certain extent. I guess maybe if you had a $10,000 hand pay, you should have to pay taxes on them. Let's see here. Stephen, did you hear about that? Evo Leo. Hopefully, the no tax on tips includes no tax on overtime. I would be an advocate of anything that puts more money in people's pockets, to be honest with you. What's up, Kyle? How you doing, brother? I should text a few people just to let them know that I'm live streaming because I tend to do that kind of stuff. I got my hair cut today. Now, as you guys might know, you guys might watch the channel. Um, you guys might not, you might know, you might not know. And if you don't know, now you know, homie. Wanna see me melt down my chat and lose subs because I am a Christian conservative? I lost subscribers last night, man. I did. I lost subs last night. We was talking about Trump and stuff like that and blah blah blah. So let me text my man Robert right here. Dr. Robert. Dr. Robert. He's a man that I don't know. What was that we was just talking about? Um, Eva was asking a question and I lost my train of thought and I'm terrible at this. Oh, no tax on overtime. Yeah, well, we gotta like, yeah, man, we definitely have to have more money in the pockets of the people, dude. That's gonna help the economy. Blind in one eye and and I have dystrophy. That's awesome, bro. You're an artist. Oh, I think you was actually talking to me about something like in terms of how much you charge people or an art or something. Is no tax on tips in Nevada, or is that supposed to be? It would be a federal law that would apply to everywhere. Nevada would benefit substantially from it because obviously we have such a service industry in Vegas. When's the wife coming back? She coming back after she's done her project overseas. Why do you think Caesar stock price is so low? Oh, I think they're a terribly mismanaged company that fails to capitalize on the entire casino gaming industry. Caesar stock prices is terrible. Let's look at Caesar's. Okay. Hey, look, it's a stock chart. This son of a bitch with his stocks and his markets and his things. All right, we got several charts here. Let's look into it. So we're gonna look at a few. We're gonna look at Win. Wynn Resorts Limited. They're on the NASDAQ. Then we're going to look into Sands. LV Sands, baby. Sands. Oh man, LVS is with a ticker. LVS. Sands Corporation. And then we're going to bring up MGM Resorts International. MGM Resorts International. And then we're going to bring up, this is the 10-year bond. Where is it sitting? Look at that. The lower this goes, the better things get for people. Just so you guys know. Anyways, we're going to bring up, what else are we going to see? So we got Win, LVS, MGM, Caesars. Don't buy gaming stocks, whatever you do. They're on the NASDAQ. And then we're going to have to change these into what time frame? We'll change these into 1 week charts. It's been 1 week since you looked at me, cocked your head to the left and said, I'm angry. 5 days since I laughed at you. I don't know the lyrics. Is it a 1 month chart? 1 month chart. Chicken China, the Chinese chicken. You get a drumstick and your leg starts kicking. Watch your next files with no lights on. We're dans la maison. Dans la maison means we're in the house, by the way. So here's all of our charts lined up. So here's what Win looks like, dating back to son of a gun. Is that right? Yeah, this is gay. This is good. These charts go all the way back to 2003. Can you believe it? Let's get rid of my ugly mug for a minute. Boom. How'd you do? So these charts go all the way back until 2003. Isn't that a bit of a kick in the teeth? It's $12.45. Right now it's sitting at $95. But specifically, if we zoom in on the chart, and we can look at this time frame here, let's just look at since COVID. This is a COVID shutdown is probably here, right? Yeah. So here, right here, if I draw a big old horizontal line, we can see the COVID shutdown here. This yellow line represents COVID-19 crisis, okay? Now, nothing is recovered back to pre-COVID levels, not even close. Every single bar that you see on this chart represents 1 week of the markets. 1 week, 1 month, pardon me, 1 month. So let's look at LVS. Okay, now you can see LVS's catastrophe. You can see it right here. I don't even have to, yeah, January, February, March. We don't even have, like, we can just look at it and go, yeah, that giant drop, that's COVID. Let's see who's recovered. That's '08. This is MGM in '08. Yeah, buy low, sell high. How'd you do? But we have the COVID dump here. This is March of 2020 here. So we're going to line these charts up and do some, not TA, I don't know what I'm doing on technical analysis. And here's Caesars. Caesars going back to 2020. 2020. Am I on? Oh, I'm on a weekly chart here. We got to pull this into 1 month. Okay, that's better. Okay, good. And then here's Caesar's Palace. Now, you might notice a trend here. Here's their drop. Here's their COVID drop. All the gaming companies dropped after COVID. And then El Dorado Resorts. So what's happening with Caesars is that you're going to see, let's get rid of these indicators. Nobody needs to see the RSI. You don't need to see the trading panel here. And then you don't need to see volume. Okay. So you can see here, Caesar's Palace merges with El Dorado Resorts. Okay. And El Dorado buys Caesar's Palace. And they change El Dorado stock ticker to Caesar's. That's what really happened. And the price spikes up. And by the time a year and a half has passed after COVID, we have it trending, we have it topping out at 119.12. Now it's sitting at $34. And in the last quarter, since October, we had quarterly earnings come in for all the properties throughout the summertime, which said that their quarter three was just horrible because of the heat and all of the Boeing, I think, went on strike, and there was disastrous things that happened in the East Coast with hurricanes and floods and all sorts of things. But how do these all compare? Well, look at that chart. Okay. You see it, you see something, right? You see here that MGM Resorts International is actually much higher than it was. Not so much now. I mean, it's really at the same level it was 2 months before COVID hit. $35, almost identical to before COVID hit. but it's been going up and Caesars is going down. Let's look at Caesars compared to LVS, Las Vegas Sands Corporation. Las Vegas Sands is in a holding pattern. It's going up and down. It's, that kind of business. And it's tanking right now. In the last month, it's dropped value significantly. What about Wynn Corporation? So here's Caesars and here's Wynn. So if we look at it with the outlier being MGM Resorts International, there is not a particular company except for formerly Eldorado, currently Caesars, that is just in a massive downtrend. They're all very similar right now. But to get back to your actual question that you were questioning me on, and you said, why is it that Caesars is dropping? Nobody's asking questions. I'm just going to end the stream after this because if you don't ask questions, I can't talk forever on random topics tonight. So you can ask questions and we'll have discussions that actually happen. And I'm going to read your questions after Wall Street Warlords. Why does Caesars look like this when everybody else is either MGM has an uptrend? Caesars is just really a poorly managed company. They admitted that when the F1 originally happened in Vegas, that they didn't take advantage of the F1 bump. They said that was their oversight. They said, I gotta text Kyle. I forgot to text Kyle. They said that they didn't do a good job with that, and they have so much money that they shed on expenses. So their whole thing is going to be, oh, well, we're the ones that are, looking at our digital division. That's our shining light. But we cut out all of these unprofitable things over here. What they need to do is get into the digital space a lot more than they have, but they're not, and so they're struggling right now. Yeah, I would never buy Caesars. I don't think it's a great managed company, but what do I know? I don't know anything. I'm just a goober. So I'm just a guy with a talking head onto YouTube's. Let's see here. Hey, Steve, that no tax on tips is nationwide. Yes, I think I said that. Did you hear about that teen from Henderson that supposedly committed S word? Her stepdad was a Henderson police officer. I haven't been up on the local news in the last few days. Hello, our brother and friend. See you soon. Thank you, Steve-O. The Sphere doesn't seem to be making money as an advertising medium. What do you think is its future? Also, the seats are too small and uncomfortable, and the shows are very expensive, and they're trying to make their revenue in little bits and bobs, and I don't know what they're going to do. If they build enough spheres around the world, maybe they can make some money off of the ads. That's MSG, right? MSG stock ticker, and I had a trouble finding this before. So let's see what that is. Madison Square Garden, Madison Square. I can't talk and text the type at the same time, I swear. Garden stock symbol. Yeah, they're not doing very good either. They are, what is the ticker? MSGS. We've looked this one up before. We can just throw this into MSGS and this will tell you what it is monthly. Madison Square Garden Group. Well, okay. Well, I mean, they're faring better. Again, this is you can always tell when an entertainment company had to deal with COVID-19 because that giant candle downward is their that's their March of 2020. But they have been uptrending. They're actually a little bit overvalued right now, if I'm being completely frank with you. I wouldn't put anything long on this right now at all. It's down the last 2 weeks. Now, it could quite potentially, and I'm not giving you financial advice, but if I draw this line all the way this way, see how this line right here, these bounce around, they kind of get close to this line. This could be like a support line. I don't see any support or resistance that my indicators printed, and that's weird. But most likely, if you were going to look at this stock, let me see here. This 162.49 seems to be a major level that it hits. It hit in December of 2022. It got very close last in 23 October, but it seems to be like it's on the uptrend. So maybe the rumors of its death are not what it seems. I don't know, to be honest with you. But it looks like it's okay to me. It doesn't look like a terrible stock, but I wouldn't buy it right now. Not to save my life. Let's see if we got any other questions in the chats. We got sensational freshies here. Thank you so much. Last time I stayed at Sewers, it smelled like a sewer, or Caesars. I called it Sewers. That's funny. Last time I stayed at Caesars, it smelled like a sewer. That's normal, dude. You get that all around the strip. I've smelled that smell in front of MGM. I've smelled it everywhere. We have too many people and not enough, and then it just backs up and it smells really gross. When is the new Neon Museum supposed to open? I don't even know that they have that location 100%. They're trying to do something with the building downtown somewhere and put stuff on the roof. It's going to take forever if they do it. Is this current? No, it's a new video. It's live. How's the driverless Zooks doing? Any accidents? No, those things not. The driverless vehicles are better driver than you are. They're way better. We got a cash app. Oh, Robert. Robert sent me 25 bucks. Thank you so much, Robert. And then I got $7. No, that was for TradingView. I thought I got a $7 PayPal. Sensational Freshies, glad you're live. Thank you, Sensational Freshies. And Kyle just came into the chat. He said on his text. I wonder how old this video is. No, it's brand new live video. I've never been inside Sphere, but outside, always changing is worth seeing my boss. I went to the Eagles concert to Sphere, and they were impressed. Very cool. Why isn't he responding to the comments? Because I was saying words about the stocks. I'm just behind. What is the future of Circus Circus? Probably significant renovation. Dude, they're going to tear that place down, man. You're going to do Circus Circus. They're going to tear that place down. The building is so old, man. You can't make a luxury property out of Circus Circus. It's not shiny enough if they do anything with it at all. Or maybe it's just an investment property. So what you have is, I was thinking about this just now. You have companies like Vici or VC or whatever they call themselves, and then you have like BlackRock, and they might be interested in owning just the land on it. And then they might enter into a REIT, a real estate investment trust with Phil Ruffin, where Phil Ruffin has the gaming license because BlackRock is a, large giant thing and they don't want to own casinos, manage casinos. They just want to own the land and the property. So that way, Phil Ruffin could continue on to do his work at growing the inside of the property in the casino business, and the corporate entity that buys the land for his $2 billion asking price, they own the land, and then as the land and the company and the property, as they increase in value, they both benefit. That's what a REIT is like. Nice haircut. Thank you, Frank. I appreciate you. Is F1 going to be 10 years, or is the next one? No, it's going to be here forever. It's not going anywhere. F1 is going to be a thing every year, and next year I'm not going to bother covering it. Who cares? Siegfried and Roy house is being taken over by homeless people. Is it really? I didn't hear that. Really? Let's look at that. Siegfried and Roy house. That is a horrible thing to hear. Are you serial? Siegfried and Roy house? Siegfried Roy house homeless. Let's see here. Yeah, 13 hours ago. Stunning home of Las Vegas Siegfried and Roy, now crumbling and overrun with homeless squatters. Well, you just gave me a video idea. I'm going to do this video tomorrow. I'll post it up on Monday. The iconic Little Bavaria estate in Las Vegas, once owned by magician Siegfried and Roy. How did this not hit my feed? I want to know. Little Bavaria is now a shadow of its former self. I can't. They don't allow me copy paste on the site. Yeah, I can't highlight. Homeless squatters moved in and claimed it. By the way, that's not a law out here. You might have seen this guy who's from Mexico and he's really aggressive and he's kind of a prick and he's on TikTok and he's like, I'm never leaving. I got rights. That's not the way it works, just so you know. Just so you know. In Nevada, we don't have those kinds of laws, so they are going to throw them all out, and those people are going to be out on the streets just trying to survive, scratching to stay alive. That's a song lyric. Does anybody know the song lyric? I was out on the streets just trying to survive, scratching to stay alive. I know one of you knows it. Tell me the lyric of the song below. Anyways, at the height of the entertainer's fame, the Jungle Palace mansion had big cats roaming the estate, which was once decorated with gaudy decor. Oh, show some respect for them, dude. They were over the top, born in the 40s, gay men from Germany. Of course, you don't have to call it gaudy. You can call it opulent. Extravagant amenities. The home had priceless Persian rugs, crystal candle holders, Baroque carved furnishings, a clock owned by Napoleon, gold candelabras, and a jewel encrusted sword believed to have belonged to Genghis Khan. Khan! However, new photographs show the once full of life mansion is now overrun with homeless squatters. Why is my mouse not working? You son of a gun. Um, I don't care about Daily Mail. Get out of here, dude. The once beautiful spaces have been stripped almost completely, replaced with near apocalyptic scenes of despair, prescription drugs. I'm pretty sure they're not prescription drugs, they're illegal drugs. Prescription drugs, shopping carts, beer bottles. Why does my I either need to get a proper PC to stream on, or I got to figure this Mac out because it is like delayed as all end. Um, prescription drugs, shopping carts, beer bottles, and food remnants are among the rubbish scattered rubbish. It's rubbish, right? It's rubbish. Abandoned floors. The legendary. This site sucks. The legendary magicians moved into the sprawling property in 1982, about 30 years after it was built in the 1950s. New photographs show the once full of life mansion. Was this written by AI or a human being? I am so sick and tired of having to read 1,000 words to get 50 words of content. Does anybody agree with me? You know, it's stupid. It's stupid. And why is my stream so damn delayed? It is very delayed. It's okay. Prescription drugs, blah, blah, blah. Let's see if we get any actual photos here. Oh, come on. No, there's no photos. Or maybe there is, but it's not showing. Let's go to a site that isn't daily garbage online. Siegfried and Roy, homeless people. Homeless people take over. This is the Blue Wind email .ch. It's a Czech Republic website. Sure, take all my cookies. Let's see here. No photos. No photos. Just AI slop that's posted up to get clicks and optimize the search results. I don't see a single photo of a homeless person in the house. Maybe this is from the daily. Okay. All right, I see it now. Let's go to open image in new tab. Let's see. And yeah, there it is. That's the image there. So we have homeless people that are homesteading in Siegfried and Roy's house. How terrible is that? That is sad, dude. That is sad that we're seeing that kind of stuff there, of all places. I got a haircut, John Paul. Yeah, I did. Hi, Steve. Good to see you. Thank you, Maria Ann. Makes me look younger. Thank you, Kyle. How much is a haircut in Vegas? It was $19. I tipped him $15, total of $34 because I thought it was going to be about 30 bucks anyways. I figured the cost of inflation. I actually had the most fascinating conversation with my haircut person. It was a trans person, and somehow, I don't know how, the conversation went to Donald Trump. And yeah, and I really didn't want to have the conversation because they're cutting my hair. That was scary. But you know, it was good. That person did a good job for me and cut my hair and did a good job. So yeah. Anyways, I don't get into that conversation here, but I taught them a lot about how tariffs work, and they didn't know that there was a trade deficit happening between the United States and other countries, and they did also this I'll say he whatever he didn't know that like SoftBank was going to invest $500 billion into America. He didn't know that the Dodge Durango is being moved production from Canada to the United States. Like he didn't know any of this stuff. So gave him some education on how the tariffs are and stuff like that. I got to put my phone up here in case I do get a donation. I don't want to miss it. You are much calmer than you were last night. I wasn't uncalm last night. I just had somebody attack my trading mentor. If you attack anybody in my family, I'm banning you and attacking you back for about 2 minutes and then we're done. Mike Tyson lives in Seven Hills. I think Mike Tyson probably got a few houses. Let's see here. Hey, Steven, if Circus Circus was sold, would you like to see it stay or be torn down and have something new built? Maybe another amusement park type. I'm different than you guys. You know, there's this guy on my Facebook group, Not Leaving Las Vegas, and he is so mad. Why am I so... This must not be right. Hold on a sec. Because according to this... Oh, I see. Good. Okay. I see what the problem was. My video preview was delayed in my YouTube window. I thought I was like 2 minutes behind on my latency. I don't really care. There's a guy in my Facebook group that posts up, he hates the Mirage. Like, or sorry, he loves the Mirage and he hates the Hard Rock. And all he ever does is post about how horrible the Hard Rock is and it's a terrible thing and Hard Rock is unfair and corporate greed and fat cats and all this BS. And I'm like, dude, why are you so mad? If they're gonna build something new, nothing stays the same. It's a good important, you know. Let's see here. They'll split up the 102. Tyler's gone. I'm gonna ban you now. You're gone. Tyler's trying to start crap with me and other YouTubers. And I'm not gonna have that. We're not here to start crap with me and other YouTubers. AI sucks. Yep. So I don't care if they tear down the circus, man. I mean, I got memories going there when I was 14 years old, seeing the circus acts. Stayed at the KOA back then. I don't think it's KOA anymore, but they have an RV park on site. It might be KOA. I don't know. Campgrounds of America. Well, they tear it down. They're going to build something better. And in 10 years' time, nobody will remember the circus. That's what it is. They will split up the 102 acres into 3 lots. You'll see 3 more resorts. That's a possibility. Stephen, there are photos available in the UK Daily Mail. Yeah, we showed that one photo they had. I'm willing to acquire the SNR property and turn it into a museum. That would be pretty rad, dude. Let's see here. You're welcome. Thank you, Maria. Appreciate you. I don't see that. Okay. City center is set on 22 acres, 102 acres. Can literally fit 5 city centers. It could. Martin says, nice haircut. Thanks, buddy. How did the ad calls go today? I closed a deal today, which was good. I had one lady that was really, 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 really broke. The base plan that we have gets people into our magazine and also gets them in front of 68,000 impressions online every single month between an email list and social media. And it's like $450 to start and $150 a month, which, if you do the math and you do a sales tactic that breaks it down into the ridiculous, is $5.34 a day. But she did $5.34 a day. She said, call me in 2 months. And the problem with taking a client like that on is it's a 2-year contract, and if they're already having problems with 450 to start, then they're going to have problems with 150 a month, and then you're going to be consistently chasing people for money, and you don't want to do that kind of stuff. This is the chat where you have to ask me questions. The chat rate is literally 1 right now. I can see it. The chat rate is 1. That's terrible. The chat rate of the stream is 1, which means you guys aren't chatting with me. So I will go do something else. But I can sit here. I can play Legend of Zelda. I can go into Xbox. I just downloaded Ninja Gaiden Black 2. Let's see here. If I hope they tear down Circus and plant grass there. That would be kind of cool, but they will never do that because it doesn't make enough money. If we take over Greenland, who will be the first? Caesars or MGM? MGM, because they have money. Caesars doesn't have any money. Caesars is Caesar's P&L is terrible. Their profit and loss sheet is not very good whatsoever. But we can read some news. I don't know. You guys are not going to chat. It's the boringest thing in the world. And I can go on like this for a 90-minute stint. I can answer all your questions. And you say, well, Steven doesn't answer questions. Yeah, he does, but you have to ask them first. But if you don't ask, you don't answer. We don't have any responses for you. So we can look at the news, I guess. We can do that. News.google.com. Let's see, and we'll just type in Las Vegas Strip here and see what the news aggregator tells us. The web page and another one are not responding. Screw you. Why is it not responding? Safari has been a good browser, but not now. Let's see if it loads up here. Good. Hamas frees 4 female Israelis. Driver in custody after pedestrian struck by vehicle. This is local Vegas news on the side here. And we have to make sure you can see this and it's in frame. So let me reframe this. There it is. There we are. Okay. Looks good to me. What's your problem? North Las Vegas hosts tree giveaway. Okay. How does that combat insecurity? Food insecurity. Man critically injured in Las Vegas. Scooter. Wow. Okay, we're going to type in Las Vegas, Nevada, Las Vegas Strip. And we're going to get so much AI garbage from like the Motley Fool and from the street.com, Superstar Band. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Superstar. The hell are you doing? Skip this version, OBS. I'm streaming. Superstar band cancels Las Vegas Strip residency. And this is what I mean. Like, this is a site, the Strip. Watch this. You're going to have 1,000 words of gobbledygook preamble. Whenever a superstar headliner cancels, fans are extremely. I know who this is likely. It's likely Black Eyed Peas. On rare occasions, Adele, okay, Christina Santana. Wow, look at that. Santana has canceled half of his residency in Vegas. Wow, at the House of Blues. 8 shows were not scheduled and the tickets were automatically refunded. Santana is set to perform after he recovers. Oh yeah, he hurt his shoulder or broke his finger. Oh, breaking a finger in an accidental fall at his vacation. He gotta not. If you can't drink your own supply of Santana champagne, dude, I'm glad he's safe. The Vegas casino is changing its tip policy. Some dealers are unhappy. One of the biggest hotels to renovate, 4,212 rooms with a disco theme. Las Vegas Strip Casino makes huge change in rock band's residency. Las Vegas Magazine Hall of Fame. The Peppermill Restaurant. Okay, Las Vegas hotel workers. This is the Virgin Hotel. Netflix themed restaurant. This is probably a pop up. Let's look at some news. And let's see here. Did you know President Trump was downtown to talk about taxes? Yeah, I saw that. No taxes on minimum wage. I didn't hear that part though. Caesars must be doing badly. Their comps have gotten better lately. Could be. Thank you, Michelle, for the nice haircut. Fight Club Part 2. I don't know about that. Has internet access improved in the residential areas? No. Still a joke from yesterday. So this is the Santana residency being canceled. The Rio is changing its tip policy. Some dealers are unhappy. An off-strip casino is proposing a new tip-out policy for table game dealers in an apparent effort to attract more highly skilled employees. However, some dealers at the Rio are skeptical the changes will benefit them and they wonder why this specific policy is rarely used. According to an internal memo shared with the RJ, Rio is implementing a 50-50 toke split for all table game dealers. Under the new policy, dealers will keep 50% of the tips earned at the table. The other 50% will be pooled and split evenly among the dealers who worked within the given 24-hour period. Yeah, because socialism works also well. Prior to the change of the tip out procedure, Rio dealers pooled all tips within a 24-hour period and the money was divided up. Those tips were documented, taxed, and included in the employees' checks along with their hourly rate. Okay. The memo from Rio management said the 50-50 split is better because it ensures everyone has a fair and reliable income. See, that's why it doesn't work. I don't know if you guys know this, but you can actually type in Casa Bonita tip policy. So Trey Parker and Matt Stone are lefties, and they have a no tipping policy. Casa Bonita Mexican restaurant in Lakewood, Colorado has a no tipping policy on meals and drinks. Soft opening period when management found that the guests weren't tipping. So they said no tips. And guess what? Most of their good people quit. They didn't want to work there. Here's another news item for you. We'll get to the news in a minute. Let's get back to your chats right now and let's see what we got here. Let's see what we got here. Laughlin, Nevada news. I don't know that there is any Laughlin, Nevada news because it's Laughlin. I'm not sure. Let's see, is this also delayed? Everything is delayed. My computer is struggling right now, and I am afraid of it crashing somehow because my CPU is at 90%. Michelle Albanese, you know Laura Albanese from, oops, from Toronto. Yes, because all Canadians know all Canadians. Everybody in Canada knows everybody else. I didn't know if you knew that. That's not true. What's your opinion about Vegas residents who claim aliens are landing in their backyard? They probably are, brother. Like, I would not be surprised if they were landing in people's backyards. By the way, am I completely jammed up right now? Because maybe I don't even have a stream anymore. I don't know. Let me see here. I think I might have lost my entire connection. Let's see here. This is the problem that I have with my internet connection. No, apparently not. Okay, good. Dealers should be able to keep 100% of their tips. Waiting to see the Flamingo's new pool. Going to be staying there in September. Very nice. Yeah, it's still open in September for sure. All right, so we got no comments. This is a boring stream for me, but whatever. One of Las Vegas's biggest hotels to renovate 4,200 of its rooms with a disco theme. $300 million refurbishment of its rooms at MGM. You know, they did a $1 billion renovation years ago. It seems like it's happening already. Again, MGM Resorts announced that It's in the process of redesigning all 4,200 rooms in the main tower. That's a vast majority of 5,000 guest rooms. The refurbishment will be the flair of the disco era. The news release stated by bold artwork in the rooms and LED art pieces in the hallways. Well, that's kind of cool. Rooms are slated to receive spacious walk-in showers, better blackout curtains, more outlets, including USB-Cs, and smart TVs. A rendering provided by MGM shows a redesigned room with a clean, neutral color palette, black and white carpet, and an art piece with the words "Follow the call to the disco ball." So there you go. That's kind of cool. All right. Let's see what else do we got. A Netflix theme. This is probably the pop-up over at the showcase. Netflix Bites Vegas is a unique dining adventure that brings the magic to the screen to the table. New restaurant will be located at MGM Grand. Oh, it's actually at MGM Grand. It opens on February 20th. Feature menu items inspired by fan favorite Netflix series like Stranger Things, Bridgerton, Squid Game, One Piece, La Casa de Papel, Love is Blind. I don't know any of these shows, man. I don't watch any streaming series. That's good, I guess. With Netflix Bites Vegas, we're taking fan favorite shows from the screen to the table and turning them into culinary adventures. Oh man, Netflix is trying really hard to get themselves back out into people's minds, dude. All right, well, we got no chats, so I guess that's it. I mean, there's no reason we don't have chats, but apparently, people don't want to watch. I am still live, I think. Maybe my stream died. I don't know. I mean, I'm looking at it. Let's see here. Live stream. Yep. Maybe my stream died. I don't know. Yeah. I mean, I'm looking at it. Yep, there you go. Oh, here we go. I think the comments aren't showing. Yeah, you're right. The comments aren't showing on my end. They've completely died. I'm going to refresh my streaming panel. This might be suicide. Who knows? Oh, this was where it said my page wasn't responding. That's what it was. There it is. There's my stream. Okay. Yeah, it's doing it now. That's fine. Looking good, Stephen. Like your haircut. Thank you. Appreciate you, Stephen. Do you know Rob Campbell in Ottawa? Yes, because all Canadians know everybody. This was actually a Molson Canadian beer commercial where they cashed in on ridiculous Canadian patriotism back in the day. And it was I am Canadian. And he's like, I am this, I am that. And no, I don't know Bill or Mark in Toronto, although I'm sure they're very nice. Because the idea is that all Canadians kind of know each other somehow, I guess, but it's not the case at all, period. So yeah, if I'm still alive, that's the idea. There you go. Good. Let's see here. Interview the Vampire 94. I've seen the movie twice. It's a good movie. Let's see here. Whatever happened to the old Western village that I believe was used for a movie set just outside of Vegas? I don't know that one. That's news to me. That's cool. I learned something new. I'll have to look it up. I think YouTube will be easier to work with Zuckerberg and others saying, no, it's not about Zuckerberg, dude. It's not about YouTube censorship. It's about advertisers. YouTube is going to bow down to advertisers before they bow down to anybody. They don't care about the creator, they care about the advertiser. And the reason that happens is because the advertisers pay everything. So if the advertiser is woke, if the advertiser wants to hear positive things about diversity, equity, inclusions, then that's what you're going to see. You're going to see those videos getting lots of love, and you're going to see videos that are against that getting not a lot of love. And that's the way it's going to be. What kind of business is your wife starting in the Philippines? She's doing a project with some people that we love very much that want to go to school and get better lives and all this kind of stuff that can be trusted by the family. And but the thing is, we used to just send people to school, and the problem is when people are not doing things for themselves, they tend to not have pride in what they do, and it's just handed to them. So we're building a little place next to her place, and they're going to be selling chicken and stuff like that, fried chicken, and they're going to be running the business. And it's incredibly easy to get getting a business license over there is like nothing, and it's just a really quick business that you can start up and make work really quickly. Let's see here. I know all the Canadians we meet every year, of course. What do you think of the Trump wanting to own Canada? Trump doesn't want to own Canada. Trump is just saying that to troll Canada to get better things for our country and make sure that everybody is getting a fair, equitable trade deal with everybody else. Terrence, his wife, is helping people build a business so they can make their own money. Yes. What do you know the McKenzie brothers? Yes, Bob and Doug McKenzie. Absolutely. Yeah, still live. I didn't know you were in the chat. Didn't know you were watching. Yeah, I mean, like, look, so yeah, that's exactly as I have it. I did a haircut today. The person that cut my hair was a trans man, born a woman. He immediately did that thing where it's got to be about my rights. And I had a lovely conversation with this person, and we ended up talking about things, and they didn't actually understand my perspective. And I ended up hugging that person and having a little teary eyed moment because I was like, dude, I hope you understand. Like, there's more people like me who are a Donald Trump supporter than you know. And it all comes down to this. I have a friend who lives in California, and I can't tell you what industry he's in, but he can't be himself. And he has a 7-year-old son. And he'll text me the most extreme maximalist things. He'll be like, hey, all of these trans people are trying to take our kids away. And I'm like Jerry Seinfeld. I'm like, who are these people? And I told him, no, not at all. Because that's not happening everywhere. But you're seeing it because you go on the X and then you just follow these accounts and everybody says the same thing in a different way. So it seems like everybody on the other side of you is nefarious. And it happens on the other side too. Right? On the other side, they accentuate the nastiness of the extremist, most right wing people out there. And so then they think that that's what everybody who's a Donald Trump supporter is like. And I said, dude, I think we should have government health care for people if we could make it work. Does that make me an extreme leftist? No. Does that make me a Democrat? No. I said, and I'm sure there's trans people that think that everybody should be walking around with a gun and gun rights are important. We shouldn't have any laws. Does that make them a Trump supporter? No. So I was like, my whole point in life is that everybody on a spectrum, everything's on a spectrum. If this is the spectrum and it's half the spectrum, there's this part in the middle. See this part in the middle? Most people fall in here. And some people fall more to here to the right, and some people fall extremely to the right, and some people fall more here to the left, and some people fall extremely to the left. But when you're a conservative, all you hear are about these extremes. And when you're a liberal, all you hear is this extreme. Because the people that are the thought leaders in your leftist sphere, they want to talk about the extremists to scare you so they can control you. You understand me now? Here's what's important. And if you're on the right hand side of things, you should know most Democrats are not Looney Tunes crazy psychopaths. They're not over here on the left. You know, most of them are just normal folks that have differing opinions than you. I hope what I'm saying makes sense to you. Maybe it doesn't. I don't know. I'm not sure. Do ice cream stores do well in the Philippines? Ice cream carts can do well in the Philippines. I don't know. Have you mentioned a bar? Yeah, that's another thing for a later date. That's a bigger project someday. Um, so he doesn't. I think he does want Greenland, actually. I think he does want Greenland. I think that's a real thing. Greenland's more valuable than Canada. You don't want to take Canada on. You take on Canada, it's like taking on a cancer patient for a relative. And you're like, I'm just going to let this relative who can't work and I have to buy all their medication. And Canada's got a huge set of problems. Greenland, relatively not. Greenland's just got tons of resources and they want to be free of Denmark. Um, let's see. They want division. Wayne Gretzky and Bob and Doug McKenzie. Does the carpet match the drapes? That's gross. Why are you asking me that? We need more Blair Whites. Don't look up Blair White, gentlemen. You will be confused with what you're looking at. John Dahlman says, last time I was in Vegas, went to Shibuya. Shibuya? That's what Jay-Z says. And shut it down for Shabu Shabu. Okay, cool. As long as taxpayers don't pay for it and they leave the kids alone. Hey, teachers, leave them kids alone. Do you see the story about a pizza delivery man that delivered a pizza during a snowstorm? This is a great story, Frank. If you guys don't know what happened, this pizza delivery guy was delivering a pizza in a blizzard in a very upscale neighborhood. And his car basically couldn't get through all the snowbanks because they're, plowing the roads. So this guy who was like dressed in a sweatshirt and like sweatpants thinking he doesn't have to leave his car. He decides he's going to deliver the pizza, and he goes all the way up to the rich person's home and he delivers the pizza, and they give him a $2 tip, you know. And so he's coming back, and the cop sees him because it's a blizzard, or maybe it's like highway patrol, I don't know. And he's like, "What's going on, man?" He's like, "Oh man, I'm delivering the pizza." He's like, "Well, at least did they at least tip you?" "Yeah, they gave me $2." And he's like, "Oh, that's terrible." And he tips the guy like $10. The cop does, just to be nice. And then the cop goes and sets up a GoFundMe page. And I don't even know what the pizza delivery guy GoFundMe is like. Let's go see what it is because it was absurd what the internet did. And it was so nice. GoFundMe. Okay, let me go see what that's like. Support Rockstar Pizza's driver's dedication. $36,741. How nice is that? So this guy here was on TikTok, and it was like, and it didn't post. Yeah, they didn't post up the video, I guess. The TikTok. Oh, there it is. So you can actually see it. We're gonna play the TikTok video. Here's what it is. This guy, get out of here. Don't care about your stupid captchas. This is the guy delivering the pizza in the snowstorm. Gets $2 from some rich a-hole. And the cop set up a GoFundMe $36,700 later. So it just goes to show that there's goodness in the world. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly what I thought. Who needs all these countries as dependents? Well, you don't, by the way, you can't make, if Canada became a state, they'd be a voting bloc. And so you would never do it that way, anyways, because Canada is a liberal nightmare for the most part. There's conservative parts of Canada, mostly the farmers and the agricultural people, similar to in Nevada, but you know, in Alberta, Saskatchewan, you could have more conservatives and stuff like that. And you know, most of the country is liberal. So if you're gonna make Canada a voting bloc, they're gonna vote for the Democrats every single time. Trump would never get a vote in that case. So they may make it a territory like Puerto Rico. Who knows? Greenland as a 51st state would make the American flag uneven. Make Puerto Rico a state. You can't make Puerto Rico a state. That's the last thing that the Republicans would ever want to do is make Puerto Rico into a state. Because if you make Puerto Rico into a state, it becomes a Democratic stronghold. Sensational Freshie says that you should show Steve content, likes him by donating to him. That's not going to happen. Everybody's broke. They're all so broke. They got no monies, and I'm a conservative, and and I ask for donations, and I'm such an a-hole. Anyways, let's see here. Being a policeman is a selfless job. What do you think of casinos banning AI odds computation systems from the gaming floor? I think that's a good idea. You know, you don't want to give too much of an edge to the people, and then it skewers it for the people that have the technology. I like that shirt a lot. What's the brand? No idea, bro. I don't know. I don't even know. I got this at a thrift store. And it's too short and it looks stupid. And I only wore it because I got my hair cut. And I thought I'd need to take my shirt off, but no, I like my jacket, but I didn't have to take my jacket off. But I'm skinny now, so that's good. You know. I think it shows in my face more now too. Spot on. Canada would be another California. No way Trump would want that, or DC or Puerto Rico. But yeah, they're trying to make DC and Puerto Rico states because it's all about the votes, man. It's all about the votes, and that's what's terrible about it. I don't have any guns. I used to have guns. This shirt makes me look like I get guns. Yeah. No, I lost all my muscle mass. I got a little tiny bump, but that's from 13 years of working out and then 2 years of not. So it is what it is. And then that's my snapped up arm. You can see the difference in this arm. That's my one that you guys helped me fix. You can see I got like 3 fingers in here because I got pretty good muscle genetics. The muscle genetics. I got 2 fingers in this. That's actually pretty good for men, but yeah, it's 3 over here. But it was so snapped up and back. And thank you guys to everybody who helped back then. Hi, Steven. Is it easy to open up a GoFundMe account? Yeah, anybody can do it. You just go to GoFundMe.com and log in, and they ask you things like tax information and things such as this because you're going to be sent like 1099s because you're not a charity. But yeah, you can set up a GoFundMe quite easily. Have you thought of making a Campbell country an independent sovereign nation? Yeah, I thought they do vote in those areas. Which areas? No, no, no. No. So DC is a district. Puerto Rico is a oh my gosh. Puerto Rico is a not a state, it's a territory, right? So like in Guam, I don't think you can't vote in Guam unless you're a service member, but people born in Guam. So I know Puerto Rico they have to fly to the mainland in order to vote. You have to be born in the United States. Born in Puerto Rico makes you an American, but you don't vote for president. Have I ever been to Rachel? I think so, maybe, possibly. Back like a while ago, we went to Alamo. If you guys don't know, Rachel, Nevada is a small town. Rachel, Nevada is a small town in the middle of nowhere. It's got that, you know what? Here's the thing. There it is. Now you can see it properly. Welcome to Rachel, Nevada. It's on the it's up in elevation. It's a really small place. Like it's literally just a little hotel and a solar array. So right up off of the extraterrestrial Nevada or highway. And it's a lot colder than it is down here. There's a place called the Little Alien. That's famous up there, and they were going to do this gimmick thing called Storm Area 51 several years ago, but they never got around to it. People really didn't show up for it. It's on the extraterrestrial highway, which is this road that runs up there, and it's called the Great. Is it the Great Basin? I think it is. Um, I can't think about it right now. Let me ask GPT that actually, because it'll probably know. So Rachel, Nevada, the elevation goes higher. I want to say this is called the Great Basin. Is that right? See what it says. It says, yes, Rachel, Nevada is in the Great Basin, a vast region in the western United States characterized by its unique hydrology and topography. The Great Basin encompasses most of Nevada, including areas like Rachel. It is divided by endorheic basins, areas where water does not flow to the ocean but instead collects and sinks and evaporates. So it's 4,794 feet in elevation. So Rachel, Nevada is pretty high up there. It gets colder in the winter and cooler in the summertime. And the water basically collects, and so it pools in on itself. It doesn't have any outflows. So it's a lot more fertile land. There's like Ducks Unlimited ponds and stuff up there. It's worth a drive if you come into Vegas to do it. You just take the 15 north until you hit the little off ramp. Can you get good poutine anywhere in Vegas? There used to be a place off of Paradise and Harmon that did gourmet poutine, and you can't get poutine anywhere. It's a very Canadian specific thing. If you guys don't know what poutine is, it's French fries with a layer of cheese curds on top, and then you pour hot gravy on top of it, and it tastes really good. Rachel is 28 people. I ate a burger and beer in Little Alien in 2018. Okay. San Bernardino's in the chats. How is everyone doing? I don't know, Marcel. They'll tell you. Maria and no taxes on minimum wage. I know he was talking about no taxes on tips. I never heard the no taxes on minimum wage. I watched the very first part of that thing today, the stream. Now's the time where you ask me questions and I give you answers if you guys want to ask me anything. We got the chat window, we got the background window here. We were talking about stocks earlier. You can ask me questions about politics if you guys want me to answer religion, whatever you guys might want to talk about. We're here to answer your questions. I like to do rapid fire, I like to have conversations with you. If it's your first time in the chats, typically I'm live streaming, but we have a person very close to us that is going through a health crisis, so I don't want to commit myself to that right now. Maria Ann, thank you for the $2 super chat. Um, Credit card interest rates, I don't know that he can forcibly cut those rates. I don't know that it's legal to do so. Do you agree that this is a new golden age? We don't know yet. It's only been a few days. We'll see what happens in the economy as we go forward. It's gonna go. It's gonna be interesting to see what happens. If more, here's the thing. The whole thing on Trump tariffs is he's telling people if you don't move business into the United States, we're going to tariff your products. But if you're a company worth hundreds of millions of dollars, what's it to you to spend 10 or 15 millions of dollars if you're worth half a billion to open up a facility to make things in this country? And people don't understand what that's really like, and they don't understand that. And so today, my hair cutter was a pretty anti-Trump person. He was a trans person, and he was asking me, and he was talking about, well, those tariffs. I said, well, what tariffs? The tariffs. I said, there's no tariffs yet. Well, he said there's going to be tariffs. I said, yes, it's a bargaining chip. He goes, right. I said, but do you understand about the tariffs? And he said, well, I said, look, I said, let's say you're Germany and you are Ford, and this is Germany. And BMW makes a cheap car for the German market. It costs 25,000 US dollars, right? Because they make it in Germany. And Ford wants to make a car and they want to send it to Germany. Now, if there's a 20% tax and they're the same type of car, they're both a four-seater, four-cylinder, fuel-efficient car. If the German consumer goes and they see a $25,000 BMW subcompact little car and they see a $37,000 Ford, no one's going to buy the Ford. So, and what he didn't understand was he's like, yeah, but who cares? Let Ford make the cars. I said, well, Ford cares, so they don't even bother with that market, right? So then there's no American products being offered in Germany. But I said, but when Germany wants to send a BMW to the United States, they pay nothing. So we don't tariff a BMW, but they tariff a Ford. And he didn't get it. And I said, look, see that bottle of conditioner? If that bottle of conditioner is made by an American company in the United States and it's $10 and you can see all the ingredients and it's a certain level of quality, and then there's a bottle made by a Mexican company and because of tariffs it costs $17, there's a simple solution. And this is what Trump is saying. Open up shop in the United States. Make your items in America. Then your bottle of conditioner doesn't cost $17 for the same quality as the $10 one made in the United States by an American company. Now you can make your stuff in America. We won't tariff you, and it'll cost $9.50. You win the capitalism. But you know what you did in the process? You just put 1,000 people to work in America. So now you got people that are making 70 grand a year in a factory. And he finally got it. And I saw the wheels turning. And I saw it. And I said, and that's really all it is, right? And I said, look, General Electric, they were making all their stuff in Mexico. And under the last time Trump was in office, they started making air conditioners and washers and dryers in Ohio, I think it was. And I said they already had, was it General Motors or Chevrolet or something? Whoever makes the Dodge Durango, they already said we're moving that from Mississauga, Ontario back to Illinois and Michigan. I said Toyota does this with the Tundra in Texas. They bought land and they now employ people. And every time you open up a giant factory, you're employing 10, 20,000 people. And now these people are making money that can support a household of four. And when that happens, everybody benefits. I saw the wheels turning in this person's head. And they're never going to be a Donald Trump supporter. Never. Because they're a trans person and he's so aggro against that. That's Trump's problem. But he saw my point. you know. Songspire, no live streams tonight, no street streams? No. No. You know why? I do a live stream on the street. I don't get many more viewers than I do here. I take all my chances to drive around drunk drivers. I have to deal with all the idiots. I have to take the same amount of abuse. Thank you, Kyle. Kyle sent me $10 to our Cash App. And to what end? And we're going through a thing right now with somebody in our family who's very sick and very ill, and I want to be able to be on demand for that person. And I'm enjoying this 1,000 times more than I am putting miles on my body, to be quite frank with you. Let's see here. Blah, la, la, la. What is this? I believe the economy is going to get better now that we got Trump in office and the oil got to cut down the price. And that's another thing I told him. I said, he's like, well, Trump said he's going to lower. Well, no. See, here's the logic here. Compared, I said, look, I laughed when Kamala Harris said she's going to do price controls. But everybody went extreme. Oh, it's going to be communism and socialism. I said, no, I don't think that's what she meant, but she sucks at communicating the message. And I don't think Trump means that what he says half the time, but he's not good at communicating the message a lot of the time because he's addicted to social media, and that's what happens. But, you know, um, oh, somebody just sent me an email. Okay, yeah. I already talked about the thing. Whoever sent me living well something something at something.com. I talked about that, yeah. I'm not too concerned about Virgin and the strike. But anyways, my point was he goes, well, Trump said he was going to lower prices on day one, then he didn't, then he said he couldn't. Like, that's not what he said, that's not what he did. Like, Stop with your echo chamber. Like I said, everybody's in an echo chamber. I am too. Anyways, 182 people watching. There's got to be somebody who will ask me a question in the chats. Let's see here. How will making your first $1 million in trading change your life? I don't even want to talk about trading right now, dude. Don't trading. What's trading? What is that? I don't know what that is. I got to get back on the horse next week. It's really tough, man. I'm going through emotional stuff, having weird dreams and stuff like that. Okay. What rights do LGBTQ lose under Trump? Well, this person actually pointed out a really good point. Like they're a trans person where if they didn't open up their mouth to talk to you, you would think this guy is a Harley Davidson biker. Big burly dude that I cut my hair today. Got the beard and everything. Looked more masculine than me, bro. But he's like, I can't even get a passport as a woman anymore because of the Trump on day one, federal law, it's only two genders. And now the law says I got to get it as a woman. And look at me. How do you think this is going to help me? And so that's one type of thing. You know what I mean? Like, and I get it, man, because it's such a balancing act, dude. This is America. Like, you got the right to call yourself a lamp. I identify as a lamp. But I think, like, the whole point is, like, it got too far. And here's the fun part, man. And again, I really, 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 really doubt that any of you guys are extremists in this chat. So I don't think I'm going to offend anybody, okay? If you're somebody where I ask you how many genders there are and you go, I don't know, it's Tuesday, so there's 42. Okay, that's what I mean, dude. Because I don't know many conservatives that go, okay, you want to be trans, you want to cut your, what's off, and you want to take a bunch of pills, and you want to block your hormones, and you want to grow a beard. Okay, good. I don't think anybody has a problem with that. But I have a problem with that on a Christian level. And this is where I'm going to lose half my chat. Do you guys want to hear about that? Well, we'll democratize this a bit. Does anybody want to hear about why, on a Christian level, I have a problem with that? How is Station Casinos doing financially? That's a good question. Let's go look at that. So, is that STN? Is it Red Rock Resorts? It's got to be STN or something, right? We can go look up that ticker. Let's see what it comes up as. Station Casinos. Okay. It's a bond. It's a bond. It's a bond. Oh, that's interesting. Let's look at stocks. Station. Huh. I know they have a Station Casino stock symbol. Let's go look at that up because I don't know what that is right now. I'm being honest with you. Station Casinos. Let's see what they look like. Red Rock. Oh, it's Red Rock Resorts. Of course it is. I knew better. I knew that. Didn't you know that? Everybody knows that. Red Rock Resorts. Yeah, they changed it over. Red Rock is typically a darling of the industry. Yeah, look at that. That's a nice chart. Oh, that's a good chart. That's a chart that you can invest in long term. Don't take financial advice from me. It's okay. But this is a long-term investment chart. See, I look at this and I see a company that back in March 2020 hit $8 and then, they hit highs and then they go down a little bit, then they hit more highs. Yeah, that's like a Bitcoin chart. Bitcoin does the same thing. It just trends up on the regular. Maybe my chat stopped again. I doubt it. Just people just not chatting, I guess. Let's see here. Let's see if it's there. Yep, no, yeah, what was okay. Let's see here. Oh yeah, the chats. Yeah, see, the chats are blocked here. The YouTube is being stupid. Let me refresh. Because I see that the chats stop and then they're not really stopped. You know what I'm saying? But it stopped on my browser. Let's see here. I hear you, dude. God bless. Steven's Cash App, $LVSteven. Yeah, people ain't sending Cash Apps. But it was really helpful last night. You guys were really generous to me last night. That was pretty rad. That was pretty dope. Um, what do you think about Trump wanting to lower, eliminate resort fees? I never heard him say that. Did he say that? I don't know. Biden wanted to do it. Everybody wants to do it. But resort fees are here to stay. Were you at WrestleMania 6 in Toronto? No, I mean, I was in Niagara Falls at the time, and I had this rich friend. I don't know what his dad did. His dad was in Yugoslavia, but the family was in Canada. And they had a Sega Master System. It was so weird. Like, I knew one person had a Master System. So I go to his place and play a Sega Master System games and go, my Nintendo's better, but He went to WrestleMania. That was the biggest one at the time in the Sky Dome when it was called that. Don't trade. Okay, Skibby, whatever. Same skills, better return. Absolutely not the same skills, Skibby. I appreciate your comments, though. Don't trade. Don't trade, whatever you do. Okay. It's not. It's not. It's all just not. Well, when you have gender reassignment surgery, what are the choices? That's a good point. That's funny stuff. What is your let's see here. Live and let live. Yes, I want you to talk about that. Is your channel talk about whatever you want? You want questions, where else would you live if not Vegas? So what I was saying is from I don't even remember what it was. You know what? It was pretty spicy, and I'm glad that I didn't remember what it was. I probably shouldn't have said it. Where would you live if not Vegas? Where do you want to go retire? I probably want to live in Guam, and Guam is a nice little resort area down there, and it's very close to the Philippines. You know, that would be kind of cool to live in Guam. And you'd be protected by the U.S. government, lots of military, beautiful weather. Although the roads are made out of coral in Guam, apparently, so it is very hard to own a car. And there is a lot of crime in Guam for some reason, I've heard. Maybe not now. Let's see here. I'm on. I got you. Yeah, TurboGrafx 16. I had a cousin that had a TurboGrafx 16. I remember playing Bonk's Adventure thinking it was amazing. Genesis came out in the 90s. Parents got it from the States. Genesis does. You can't do that on Nintendo. You can buy Steven's photo prints. Yeah. Neo Geo. Oh man, you couldn't afford a Neo Geo back in the day. The Neo Geo was like $800 back then. It's like 3 grand nowadays. We rented an Atari Jaguar once. That could have been good, but it was garbage. The other Vegas YouTubers seem to have turned sour on Vegas. I have they turned sour on Vegas? No. And I'm not acting incredulous. I'm just saying, like, that's amazing because they were little walking, talking, fucking, oh, gives me the skivvies. I'm not going to name anybody in particular, but these people are selling their souls to the big casino companies. Like, wait, you think they're going to hire you as an influencer, dog? Dude, you ain't nothing. They got Bruno Mars on speed dial. Hey, Bruno, I need you to do a thing for the MGM. Okay, how much? Here's my, oh, I got $250,000 talking to a reel for 30 seconds on Instagram. That's ridiculousness. Who's texting me? Ban Skibby. What? Somebody texted me to ban Skibby. You watch the chats, right? Shut the fuck up about me being wrong. Skibby, you're an idiot. And I want to tell you something. You come into my domain, dog. I'm going to pray for you. Because you just told me to shut the fuck up. I'm cursing now. You got me to that point. Now, Skibby, I'm sure you're a multi-millionaire. Heck, you're a billionaire, right? But you don't know Jack, and now you're gone. Okay. Anyways, bye-bye. Neo Geo was like 600 bucks. What places would you like to visit? Yeah, I've always I'm not a huge traveler, but I want to go to Thailand and see 1,000-year-old Buddhist temples made out of solid gold and stuff like this would be kind of cool. Um, I've seen really old stuff in the Philippines, really old stuff in the in Mexico. I've been all over Mexico. Mexico is a great country, by the way. If it wasn't overrun by horrible people, drug cartels, and corrupt governments, the people are the nicest folks out there, man. Hardest working people you'll ever meet in your life. And that's the thing about Mexican people, dude. They love life, they love family, they love God, and they love their work. So super nice country to visit. I've seen all sorts of places like Guadalajara and stuff like that. Really nice areas. Good evening from Toronto. There you go. I was going to remove him. Now, I don't want you to remove people, but somebody, I can't remember who this is. I think I know who this is. I think this is my man, Mr. D. No, it's not. Who is this? Who is this? Oh, I know who this is. This is Sensational Freshies. I just didn't create a contact for you. What a prick I am. Have I ever been to Manhattan? No, I've never been past Rochester, New York. My father was a little afraid to drive in there, and that was before the Giuliani days. So he was right to not want to go far into New York City in the late 80s, early 90s. It was not a nice place. A lot of porno and A lot of adult stuff in Times Square, and then they Disneyfied it, you know. Well, I'm a multi-billionaire. I say you're great. Thank you, brother. When's the last time you came back to Canada? Dude, it's been forever. I don't have interest to go. They all come here. It makes sense to be energy independent. We have the resources. We should use it. France is energy independent. France has nuclear power and they're self-sustaining and they're all good. Lots of places are energy independent, dude. You know, and we shouldn't be a net exporter of importer of oil. We should be a net exporter of oil. Whether you or not you like it, you are not going to make the entire world green. Okay. I don't know if you know this, but there are places in Africa and in the developing world. I don't use the term third world. And if you do use the term third world, just know it is an offensive term. It is a derisive term. And it's like saying they have poverty. But in the developing world, there's people that I mean, they burn cow dung for energy and for heat. Like, you got to know that you're not going to make everything green overnight. And it'll get there, maybe not in my lifetime, but you know, we'll have breakthroughs with AIs and things like this that'll get us to a point where we have net zeros. And it'll happen in time, man. It's just that you can't force things because the government wants you to. The market has to agree. I'm a capitalist. Let's see here. What are everyone's feelings on doing away with anchor babies? Um, Man, that's a tough one, isn't it? Because birthright citizenship is something that's been around in our culture since after they ended slavery. And you know, some people, you know, think that you know when you end birthright citizenship, that you're ending a pathway and blah blah blah. And it's a difficult question. It really is. Um, Man, that doesn't look as good as I thought it would. Let me see if I can change that up. That's better. Now I got the strip and the sphere behind me. But at the same time, I mean, I'd say birthright citizenship is proper if the person is here on a legal permanent residency that's permanent. So I'd say green card holder and up because, you know, people abuse the system. And when the system gets abused, you have to put safeguards in place. That's all I can say. Built for the unbreakable. Oh, DeWalt Tools. I mean, that's Vegas related, isn't it? Do you think Rudy Giuliani really was a creep in Borat 2? I don't, I did I don't think I saw Borat 2. It's on my watch list that I want to watch. How much did you watch the trilogies of Star Wars, Indiana Jones, and Back to the Future? I watched Indiana Jones up until the Crystal Skull, and then I won't watch the new one because it was just a travesty from what I saw in reviews. I'll watch the Star Wars movies all the way up to J.J. Abrams, and I think we also saw that one where Luke Skywalker turns into a little bitch cuck and he is a pussy and I hated it. And I didn't know that Mark Hamill was a horrible whiny little child in real life either, but he totally is. And so I don't support that. And I watched, what else was there? Back to the Future, all three, although I'm not a big fan of the third one, but I don't have a big love of the Wild West. So there's some people that really romanticize the Wild West. We're here in New York City. Frankly, I'm quite concerned when my wife goes to her office on Wall Street. You know what was on my bucket list? Japan. I would love to walk the garden and see the beautiful online and eat their sushi and go to Disneyland in Tokyo. Wall Street, if you have money, fork out some to Steven. Wall Street, you know, he doesn't give money, but he's you know he's good in the chats and he's always checking in on me and stuff like that, giving me good ideas. Giuliani is an American tale of what not to do. Why? Because the media told you? Serious question. Next. Clean haircut. Yeah, we got a haircut. Um, Guys, um, you know, I agree with your opinion on that. Hi, Sue, already done. Let's see here. Are you a Star Trek fan? As I said yesterday, I love Star Trek: The Next Generation. It's such a good series. Might start watching it again, but then I'd have to try to remember my Paramount Plus login because it's on Paramount Plus. Am I a James Bond fan? I've never been a huge fan of the old movies, but I like the new ones. But I never liked the Pierce Brosnan ones. I think it was kind of silly. Let's see here. Your Twitter link doesn't work from this site. Oh yeah, yeah. I don't care if you guys get to my Twitter. I have to change my jot form. I don't even remember my login. Back to the Future 3 was by far the worst. I mean, the thing is, you can only make the same movie so many times. And that's what they did. They just make the same movie over and over again with the Back to the Future series. But it wasn't a bad movie. It was just not my thing. I mean, like, how many times do I have to see him play a variation of Hogan's Alley? Wapri's in the chat. Swapri, he's a huge supporter of the channel and I appreciate him. Will you do drone shots of the strip? No, I will get myself in huge trouble if I do that. I would love to do drone shots of the Las Vegas Strip. However, um, the strip is deemed a no-fly zone by Clark County. As a matter of fact, most of Las Vegas is the no-fly zone. We can just go Las Vegas drone map. Um, and even where I am in the valley, I can only fly up to 500 feet. But let's see if I can find it under images here. So basically, all of this image here is a no-fly zone. And this isn't a horribly small image. Let me open it up in a new window and zoom in a bit for you guys. Oh, it is a horribly small image. It says it's 1200 pixels. Let's see here. Do. You can't do this on Nintendo. Genesis does. You can't do. Genesis does. So here's a no-fly zone map for your strip for all of Las Vegas. Pretty much the whole damn thing. The light red you can see on the map is where you can fly up to 500 feet. The dark red is where you can't fly pretty much anywhere. And your drone will tell you. Now, DJI, who controls all the drones, they had a no fly built into the app for a long time. And it would literally, your drone would stop and it would say, you can't fly here. And then right before the election, DJI, the Chinese company, they said, hey, power to the people, go fly your drone anywhere. For all I care, go fly it over McCarran or Harry Reid or whatever they're going to call it next week. I think we're going to name it after Hunter Biden International. Anyways, so what happens when you try to fly a drone near the strip is that DJI, the same company that makes most of the drones, they also make anti-drone technology, which are these beacons that go on buildings, and they link into the IT department and the security department of the casino, and then they basically use a type of geolocation where they triangulate your signal, and there was a infamous incident with a monstrously sized Facebook account that did Facebook posts on Vegas. Well, I'm talking like hundreds of thousands of followers, you know. And he went through the process. He had a drone pilot's license. He paid the money for that. He went to the FAA, right? Yeah, the Federal Aviation Administration. He registered a flight plan. He had all the legal documents on him. He parked at the Bellagio, free locals parking for 3 hours. He went and flew his drone, took all the precautions, and then he went to use the bathroom by the parking garage of Bellagio. And on his way out, he was told, sir, you're being 86th from the Bellagio. He said, why is that? And he said, well, sir, you don't have rights to film the Bellagio. He said, well, I have this flight plan from the FAA. I followed the flight plan. They said, that's fine, sir, but you can get prior written consent by MGM Resorts International to monetize the Bellagio. So you can't do this stuff on the strip. Anyways, Wall Street Warlord, is there a person in New York that posts what is happening with crime and other issues? There is. I've seen that guy's channel. The Sandlot. That's a good movie too. I heard Crispin Glover essentially held out of Back to the Future 2. He wanted way too much money for the movie, so they didn't write a new plot. They just kind of swapped him with a different actor. Have you ever heard Hutch's Fish and Chips, Hamilton, Ontario? No, I remember there was a place called Wayne Wall's Fine Kettle of Fish that my mother worked at, but he passed away, fell off a roof back in the 90s. That was our favorite place. Can you donate? You can donate to Steven in PayPal. Oh, thank you so much, Sensational Freshies. That's nice of you. Find him on PayPal by searching for Not Leaving Las Vegas. Thank you so much. I didn't know DJI had limits on the app to fly. But yeah, you can, I mean, right now it'll just give you a warning, but before that it would say, you can't do this. So right now I'm not supposed to fly over my house more than, it's really low. It's like not even 500 feet, right? And it would stop and I would not be able to, well, raise the altitude. But now I could fly up to 10,000 feet if I wanted to, and it'll just give me a warning. It says, hey, you're not supposed to go here, and that's what it'll do. Retracted message. Wow. Won't let me show it. Oh, that's too bad. What's up, Abe? Brother? How you doing? Ever seen Dracula 92 with Gary Oldman? No, never saw that one. Maybe I'll check it out someday. You can take pictures all you want. Yeah, but even then, they give you the business sometimes, you know? But anyways, I'm real tired, guys. You guys have been a great audience. Thank you guys for whoever donated tonight on the stream. We had, let's see here, we had Vegas Hot Mama, we had John Dahlman, we had Maria Ann, we had $2, $5, and $2 on Super Chats. And then also thank you to let's see here. Robert, who sent 25 on Cash App. Sensational Freshie sent $1. And I don't think we had any PayPals tonight. I think we may have had a PayPal tonight. Let me look at that. I want to thank the people. I used to not be able to do this before. Bellagio's not a public place. No. Where do you get that from? Thank you, Frank, who sent $10. No, bro. Bellagio's a private business. And they can set the laws for monetizing their content, and they'd have to prove you're monetizing it, but they don't have to. They can, I mean, a private business can just kick you out for any reason you want. That's it, man. But that's what it is, man. Yeah. Oh, Linda, you sent a PayPal too. I'm sorry if I missed you. What a jerk I am. I don't see it listed here. I'm very sorry. Maybe it has to be updated. But thank you, Linda, even though I don't see it. I'm sure you did. I love you and I trust you on that. Don't worry about it, JQ. You're fine. Thank you guys so much. We may do this tomorrow. I'm not sure. Get some well-deserved rest. I love you guys. You guys are fantastic, wonderful, awesome, amazing people. Let's find a channel for you to go to on the YouTubes. I'm sure there's somebody streaming tonight. Let's see, Vegas live stream. Let's see if we can find one that's going on right now for you guys. President Trump live stream. Nope, we don't want that. Tokyo Walk. JK, let's go to our search filters and see if we can filter out a live channel. Let's see here. Straight out of Vegas, but he's just probably sitting downtown doing nothing. Now get somebody that's interactive with you guys. I don't see anything here. I know there's more streamers, but look at how useless the YouTube search is. So we'll just post this up here. Yeah, what did I tell you? Yeah, Steven knows stuff. I know things. You can go to this guy here if you guys want to. I'll post it in the chats. Go send him love from not leaving Las Vegas if you guys want to get some Vegas going on. And yeah, you guys are the best. Thank you guys. I love you guys. Say hi to Matthew. That's weird. I haven't seen him in a while. He's one of Jacob's buddies. He was there when Jacob decided to curse me out that day. Yeah, it's Saturday night. Is he at home? He's at home. Go watch him. Here, there's another option for you guys. Say hi to Matthew. There you go. What's up, Matt? How you doing, bro? I did 90 minutes. I'm exhausted. I talked for 90 minutes straight, dude. Yeah. So he's got 88 watching now. His channel used to grow. He used to come to Vegas all the time. I don't know what he's doing nowadays. But you guys are great. Love you guys. Say hi to Caroline. Will do. God bless her for what she's doing. Yes, absolutely. And I'll post some Patreon stuff this week, and I got some video clips and stuff to show you guys with her permission. Might have to blur a face or two. All right, we're gonna be out. I love you guys. Love this format. It's fun for me. I mean, I can go 90 minutes. Like, could you imagine Alex Jones does this for like 17 hours a day? But I gotta go. I gotta take care of my loved one. I just got a text on that, and that's why I'm not streaming because I gotta be close to that loved one. All right, you guys are great. Love you all. Oh, Wall Street Warlord. Let me document that, brother. If you're serious, that'd be fun.